When it comes to political hot seats, it doesn't get more scorching than Reid. The inner West Sydney seat takes in most of Drummoyne, Five Dock, Homebush, Strathfield and Burwood, and has been the focal point in this campaign. Both the Liberals and Labor have visited the seat often, even deploying former Prime Ministers John Howard and Kevin Rudd in attempts to woo the electorate. Reid is a diverse, well-educated and somewhat affluent seat. Both sides are desperate to win it, as Sky News political editor David Spears explains.
The margin there for the Liberals, 4.7%. It was won by Craig Laundy, of course, the last election, the one before that, but he's not standing this time. He's leaving Parliament, leaving politics. So Liberals have a new candidate, Labor's Sam Crosby standing there as well. It makes this harder to hold for the government. It's why we've seen the Prime Minister there a number of times. Bill Shorten too. This, I think, has been, in fact, the most visited electorate in the country so far in this campaign. So it is very much in play.
Reid traditionally has been a Labor stronghold since its inception in 1922. But the seat has evolved over time to become more marginal, and in 2013, Craig Laundy became the first ever Liberal MP to represent Reid. Laundy was a popular local MP who rose to become the Small Business Minister. But Laundy was an ardent Turnbull supporter and a vocal critic of the party's decision to dump him as PM. The political upheaval took a personal toll, and he announced he was retiring from Parliament just weeks before the federal election was called. Laundy's departure opened the door for Labor. Its candidate, Sam Crosby, has been on the ground campaigning in Reid for a year. Crosby has the backing of heavyweight Labor MPs, with Bill Shorten and Anthony Albanese spending a lot of time in the electorate. Crosby says the people of Reid are mostly concerned about local issues.
Realistically, the things that matter to people around where I live are overdevelopment. You know, it's the number one cause for concern. We're getting in a 4 or 5 suburb radius from Burwood, Strathfield, Lidcombe, Olympic Park. We're getting, over the next 10 years, another 50,000 residents coming into that area. That's putting enormous strain on the schools, the rail lines, the hospitals, you name it, all those services associated with it. And frankly, you know, that's on top of already incredible levels of growth.
For the Liberals, they had a problem. They needed to draft a candidate, and fast. Big names like journalist Stan Grant and former New South Wales Deputy Police Commissioner Nick Caldis both turned down the opportunity to become the Liberal candidate for Reid. Scott Morrison stepped in, making a captain's pick by nominating child psychologist Dr. Fiona Martin. Martin portrays herself as a moderate Liberal who supports multiculturalism and small business. However, Martin has next to no name recognition in Reid, so she called in the big guns, with former Prime Minister John Howard campaigning on her behalf. The former PM says the people of Reid are worried about Labor's policies.
Reid, of course, as everybody knows, is marginal, but it's a seat that's made up of people from very diverse backgrounds. It's one of those areas in Sydney that is very dependent on small business. Therefore, policies that affect small business, policies that impose heavy new taxes on small business, policies that discourage investment in real estate are all damaging to an electorate like Reid.
So far, no other seat has occupied the political consciousness more than Reid. The Liberals know they need to win it in order to offset expected losses in Victoria. Many political observers say Reid is Labor's to take, but the Liberals are throwing resources at the seat, and that may impact swinging voters nervous about some of Labor's reforms. This seat could genuinely go either way, and both sides see it as critical to its political fortunes as the countdown to May 18 continues. Tanya Evans, Sky News.